wabarakatuh. We are from the second group going to present our presentation about business meetings. From the second group, I am Siti Hawariz.
My name is Raihan.
My name is Afrilia.
I am Adinda, Qurrota, Ayunin, Widodo.
I am Aysha, Azahra. Without further ado, let's get started.
The definition of meeting. A meeting is a gathering or assembly of people who come together for a specific purpose, often to discuss or exchange information, make decisions, coordinate activities, or deal with problems pertaining to specific project or topic. In a business context, a meeting refers to a scheduled gathering of individuals within an organization who come together to discuss, plan, coordinate, or make decisions related to the company's operation, project goals, or other matters of significance.
Next, the meeting objects. Number one is conveying information. Conveying information directly through meetings aims to minimize the emergence of misperceptions among employees or employees. Number two is getting input. Meetings are means for meeting members to convey input when there are serious problems and require input from all members. For example, problems related to employees' salary reduction. Next, solving problems. Meetings generally involve several people who have sustained abilities to solve the problem at hand, so that the problem is accepted to be resolved immediately. Next, establishing cooperation. One of the purposes of a meeting is to establish cooperation among members to form a desired attitude. Without holding meetings, it is likely that employees will only think about their own part of the job and not think about other parts. Next, means of conveying problems. Meetings are a means of conveying problems because there are things such as conveying problems, certain circumstances, complaints, and others that cannot be done happily other than through meetings.
Okay, moving on, we are going to discuss about types of meetings. Types of meetings will be break down into three types, and the three types will be break down again into some other types. So the types here are, the first one is according to their purpose. According to their purpose, there are four types of meeting. The first one is explanatory meeting. Explanatory meetings are meetings held to provide explanations to meetings participants. Then the second one is in an explanatory meeting. Meeting participants not only listen but also provide an opportunity to ask questions. Third one is problem-solving meeting. Problem-solving meetings are meetings that are held to solve problems, like its name. And then the fourth one is negotiation meeting. Negotiation meeting are meetings held to negotiate a dispute or to find a middle ground so as not to harm the disputing parties. And then the next one is type based on meetings by the nature. There are broken down into four types. First one is official meetings. Official meetings are meetings that help to discuss very important issues. And then the second one is unofficial meeting. The first one is official, the second one is unofficial. That is meetings that are not held based on formal planning. Third one is an open meeting. Open meetings are meetings that are attended by all members of the organization or company. Then the fourth one is closed meeting. If just now the recent one is open meeting, that is for all members of the organization or the company, then closed meetings are only attended by certain meeting participants only. And then the last type is types of meetings according to their frequency. one, we only break down into two types. The first one is regular meetings. It is meeting that has a set time. The second one, or last but not least, the last one, it is incidental meetings. Incidental meetings are meetings that are not scheduled, like it's name.
Alright, now we go to the phrases and expression in business meeting. For the first one, we have phrases for welcoming the participant. For welcoming the participants, we can say, "Thank you all for coming," or "I appreciate everyone being here." And the next one is the phrases for sharing the objective of a meeting. We can say, "Our aim today is to blah blah blah," or "We are here today to decide on or agree on," etc. For the next one is phrases for sharing updates in a meeting. We can say, "I would like to inform everyone about the project's progress," or "How is the project coming along?" The next one is phrases for sharing your opinion in a meeting. We can say, "From my point of view, that's blah blah blah," or "There is no doubt this project will come true." Next one is phrases for asking someone to speak in a meeting. We can say, "Now, Carl will tell us more about blah blah blah," or "I would like to hand it over to Mike, who can share more on this topic." The next one is phrases for asking for clarification in a meeting. We can say, "Sorry, I'm not sure what you were aiming at. Could you explain it a bit?" Or "Could you go into a little more detail?" The next one is phrases for summarizing in a meeting. We can say, "To sum up, we've talked about blah blah blah," or "I would like to briefly cover the topics we mentioned today." And the last one is phrases for ending a meeting. We can say, "To conclude, we have decided on blah blah blah," or "If there's nothing more to discuss, we can end here."
Okay, let's move to meeting principle. In meeting principle, it's split into 5 parts. There are why, what, who, when, and who. The first one is why. Why do the meeting need to be held? This is to determine the importance of the meeting. The second one is what. What issues are discussed at the meeting? This is important to provide a meeting agenda. Number 3 is who. Who will be invited to the meeting? Participants are invited according to the problem to discuss. Number 4 is when. When will the meeting be held? And the last one is how. How will the meeting be held? Whether periodic or one-time, closed or open, meeting materials are shared in advance or not.
Okay, the last thing about business meeting is how to run a meeting. Successfully, meetings are broken down into 3 phases, and the first one is pre-meeting. The steps involved in the pre-meeting phase are: one is agenda creation. It's defining agenda items with clear goals, and assigning contributing participants, and sharing relevant information. And number 2 is meeting preparation. It's preparing individually or collaborating asynchronously. And the second one is in meeting. Number 1 is a facilitator to lead discussion. Number 2 is ground rules to ensure clarity and alignment. Number 3 is techniques to conduct the meeting. Number 4 is a focus on achieving goals. Number 5, definition and assignment of action items. Number 6 is taking meeting minutes. And the last one is post-meeting. It includes, number 1 is following up with participants, finalization and distributing meeting minutes, gathering feedback from all participants, and the last is executing on action. So that is all from us, our presentation about business meetings. Thank you for your attention.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.